Hello and welcome back to Seaside Garage. Surprise! This video is going to be more rust on the Citroen BX. And what I want to fix in this one is this over here. This is completely rotted away. I want to try to recreate that from scratch because there's nothing really in it that I can save. This outrigger connects the inner body to the outer wing, and I think it also mounts the bumper, so it needs to be somewhat precise. I'm going to remove it and then try to recreate it. Another thing, I got a package on the way. A viewer of the channel contacted me that he had a BX he was going to scrap, and this area on his car was not that bad. It actually looked quite good. So he cut that piece out and sent it to me, and it's in the mail. I actually, as you can maybe see, already tried to start to recreate this area, but this is a very complicated shape. Of course I could fix it, but making it look nice would be a massive task. So it's nice that I am going to save some time on this part of it. This will probably come in the mail in the next couple of days, and then I can continue on this area. So what I want to do now is this one over here. And there are no inner wings on the BX back here. So that part is just being sandblasted completely to pieces. So this is rotted, and even the area back here is also rotted away. But what I want to do is to remove this firstly, as gently as possible, because I want to recreate the shape. I think by drilling out this right there. There we go, it's off. So this is the one that I want to recreate. It's completely rotted, but the shape is still there, so I can make a template from this and then recreate it. What I want to do firstly is to outline this shape, because I want to make this in a piece of wood to make it a bit easier. And I'm doing it this way because I probably need to make another one, maybe on the other side. I think maybe I can repair that. But I have another BX, so having this template thing is going to be nice for the future. What I hope is possible is to fit this that I just made inside of here. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. So I'm going to keep this, and then I'm going to try to make the full template for this part. The precision on this part doesn't have to be very high because it is just a support, but the hole up here needs to be correct. I'm not sure what these holes are meant for, but I'm gonna do them as well. This is it. I'm going to cut this piece out. And then I'm going to transfer this piece onto a piece of metal like this. Like so. I went ahead and made this template into a piece of wood. This piece of wood should fit inside of these, and it does. So I'm going to take the panel, put the wooden piece on top of that, through some ball screw right there, and then just clamp it down using these. And then just start to hammer the edges and fold them around. There we go. There we go. So a quite important bit to this is this tab, because this is where the bumper mounts and slides into. So I'm going to mark it up. There we go. And I'm just going to weld this edge together and this edge together, and then it's done. So this is the panel. It's a bit rough in the edges, but it doesn't really matter much. Might grind that down a little bit with the belt sander. But it's ready to be installed on the car, but the place it needs to go on the car is also rusty, so I'm going to go ahead and tackle that. There's already made a repair piece in there. And it's not the way I would do it, but it seems solid enough. I still also need to make a repair over there. But I'm going to start by cleaning up this area to figure out how much material is left and if I need to cut out a piece before. I think I will, because it's missing some there. So I'm just going to clean it up and see. So there is a hole, of course, and this repair, I don't like it. It's not very stable either. I think I'm going to cut it out and redo that. So I think I'm going to do a repair something like this. There's a bit of surface corrosion on the spot welds down here also. I can save that. It's not ideal, but I'm not going to go ahead and change the entire panel. This car's been in an accident at some point. I'm pretty sure of that because, yeah, I showed you the spot welds on the top line of the fender in a previous video. But notice these, they are not factory welds either, I'd say. Those are spot welds made with a MIG welder like I do it. So I think this entire panel has been changed, and the repair is from the backside right there also, by the way. I think the only real evidence on the car is this. I think that is also from this accident. And it seems to have bent this entire piece in at some point. And then it has just started to rust because of the cracked paint, most likely. I think that's just a guess. But I need to do something about this. I need to do this right. But I also want to be a little bit realistic about it and not make it perfect, or as perfect that I can do it, because that would just be too time consuming. But what I want to do now is to remove the rear light so I can get a bit better access and then start cutting out material so I can start rebuilding it. That's the way to go, I think. So to give me some better access to work on this, I'm going to cut this piece off right here. It needs to be reconstructed down here anyway. It's only a couple of spot welds along the line, so a clean cut down here. It would make it a lot easier to repair the inside of it, and then I can just reattach it in the end once it's all done. So that's what I'm going to do. So I think this is a good example of a good decision that was hard to take, because it seemed like a big task to remove this part. It was very easy to get off. Yes, it's going to take some welding down there, but it won't be that bad. It won't take that long. It's not even visible once the bumper is back on. So this was a good decision. Also because I need to fix this panel. That might be easier to do off the car as well, to fully weld it. It will be very easy to attach, and look at the amount of access now to this problematic area. And I cut enough away, just barely, to be able to fix it all, so I can make a new piece of metal right here to close up this panel, and then fix this in here. So I think I'm just going to cut out the unhealthy part now, so that I can see what I have to work with in back there. And then I have a big gaping hole in the car. Woohoo! You can see where the car has been damaged. I think you can see the buckle. It has been folded in right here. That's why the hole is right there. But I need to make this repair panel. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do a slide overlap on this one, because this is so thin. It will be so hard to weld in. So I think I'm going to make a piece that goes slightly in and up, and then onto this ledge, and then weld it on. So I made a patch panel. I don't normally do this kind of way, but for this application it will be very good because it's so thin, and it will make it stronger and a lot easier to weld in. So I'm going to weld this piece in and then take it back. So jump cut. I got a repair piece in. I need to do some sealing on the inside. I just painted it quickly and gave it some seam sealer on the seam. It's solid. Oh, did I already weld this? No, I did not, but I made a template already in the correct color in the hopes that will help. So I'm gonna make this piece into metal and then weld that piece in. I made the repair patch, painted it on the back side with zinc weld-through primer, where this get locks, where it get clamped in. And then I'm just gonna weld this piece in. And I think that will be pretty decent. This is it. That's that repair done. Now I need to reattach the bumper part, but I want to fix that firstly. And then of course also paint it in there where I can't reach. I'm actually going to do that straight away while I fix the other part. There we go. So, and I want to reinstall this, but this is quite rusty underneath, so I'm just going to start by making a repair panel for the lower edge down here. Firstly, I need to bend the edge, which is right around there. And this one is flush with this part, but goes out to meet this part out here, just about right there. So I need this to go like so. So if I just cut like this, there we go. And then I can fold that edge in. And weld that up. Like this. Let's see how that fits. Ah, that's nice. I'm just going to cut this down roughly like this. So, a bit smaller. It seems to be fitting alright, something like this. I could also shape it down to just fit this already. So this now fits. Well, it should have fit. Yeah, it's alright. Could be better though. But what I want to do now is to take this one and cut all the rusty bits away. So I'm up to clean, nice metal. So with the rust cut out of the piece, what I want to do next is to just loosely fit it where it's supposed to go. I'm going to take my repair panel and fit that. And then just clamp it together with my hands, remove it, and then I can draw on the inside. And then I'm going to cut this part away, taking a wire's width off also. Then this part should fit. Like this. I'm just going to test fit using my lovely clamps. This seems fairly nice. Okay, so I'm just going to tack weld this. So I'm just going to weld this, or at least tack weld it into place and then do a measurement again. With this tack welded, let's just recheck how it all fits. This is what I would like to weld back together. Pull this down. Yeah, I'm just going to do a slight overlap down here. So I'm just going to fully weld up this and make some holes for the spot welds and fit it. There we go, it is ready. Patched it up, painted it on the inside. Now I'm gonna go ahead and weld that in and wrap this video up. So be back in a second when this is attached. This is it. It's welded on. Need to seam seal it and paint it, of course. The same goes in here. Seam sealer and paint, of course. Need to attach the bracket. I do not want to attach that before I attach the wing also, because I haven't marked where it's supposed to sit. I can measure from the other side, it's right around here. But I would like to have the wing on, at least tacked in place before I fit the panel. But it is right here, ready to go. In there, somewhere like that, when I go and fit the wing. So thank you for watching. Ah, it's still pretty hot. Anyway, I didn't burn myself, but I was pretty close to. Anyway, thanks for watching. I know I have made quite a few videos about rust repairs and its slow progress and so on. It seems as though some of you enjoyed. If you do, please leave a comment down below. I think it's a lot of fun to do these kinds of repairs, because this is how it is to restore cars the way that I do it. It's a lot of these small repairs. It doesn't necessarily take that long, but there is just a lot of them, so it will take some time. Filming it makes it take a little longer, of course, but that's not the main objective here. It's not the main objective for me is not to finish stuff off quickly. It is to have fun and to make some videos that hopefully someone out there would enjoy and maybe get inspired by. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget you can support me. There is a Patreon link down below. The more I get, the more videos I will be able to continue to make. There's also a link to my merchandise shop where you can buy stuff like this. See you in the next one.